Guess what, guys? Genesis 9 characters are now compatible with Character Creator 4.3 and going forward. So what you're looking at is a Genesis model that I've brought into Character Creator 4, and you can see the nice clothing, the nice hair, the makeup, the tattoos, the earrings, the pants, and the shoes, right? So all of this was added inside of Character Creator 4, right? And it all started out as this Genesis model. This is Genesis 9, which is Victoria 9 essentially. And when I zoom in, you can see her skin right there, the texture that you're all used to seeing. And I was able to export this character out of DAZ Studio. This is 4.21 Pro. And let me go ahead and switch this to let's say texture shaded, so it's much easier to rotate around. So this is a character, and inside of Character Creator 4 you can see her over here, right? And I use the plugin called the Transformer tool inside of Character Creator 4. I was able to bring in this model, and I was able to use some content from Reallusion Marketplace. So I have this collection like Spring Collection for Men and Women Volume 1, and you can go through and see, and there's a Spring Collection for women, for Men and Women Volume 2 as well, and then there's Office, and then there's the Steampunk. So this was the main one that I used to highlight. But what I think is awesome is that we are able to bring a Genesis model from inside of DAZ Studio. She may come in not dressed properly, but there are other clothing that you could bring in. All I did was just bring the character, just the model by herself, and then brought it in here into Character Creator 4.3. I used SkinGen to add the makeup. So let me walk you through real quick to show you how I was able to achieve that. So let's go ahead and stop this mini player. And isn't it amazing how you're able to have this like really nice clothing inside of Character Creator 4 from a Genesis model, and then be able, what's amazing is being able to add facial animation, right? Because you know how difficult it is to animate characters inside of DAZ 3D for the face. So this is what it does. That Transformer tool makes it possible for you to have characters that have facial animation that's ready for you to use the LiveLink Face app inside of Motion Live, and you can even send this to iClone for animation, right? So the way you bring in this character is simply go to let's create a new project over here. Let me actually bring back the full workspace standard. So we go ahead and click the Transformer tool over here, go to CC4.3+, and then we'll go ahead and pick up Victoria. For example, this one right here could be, and then just open. And at this point, in the past, before this update of Character Creator 4.3, it would fail. This is where it would actually fail. But now we actually get to go past this point, and you're able to choose Advanced. Advanced is where you get to bake the textures and import all the different attachments. So I usually select Bake Texture Map over here, and I go to for the highest, which is 4096, which means that you're going to be able to get the texture, this texture for this character that looks really nice, so that you can actually have the full body texture on the character, right? So let's go back to CC4, and then these other things like eyebrows, make sure you change that. It's not clothing. Make sure you give it the correct attribute, which is hair and brows, and that one can be 1024, but if you want, you could go all the way to 4096. The long sleeves and the pants, those ones you really don't need, right? But we will say, for the case for the sake of if the character not coming in nude, we just include that. We can always just turn it off after the fact. and we might even just make it 2048. So if you want to get like a really good texture for your cloth that's coming in from DAZ Studio, go all the way to 4096 so you can be able to zoom in, because sometimes, for at least in my case, I'm using these characters for cinematics and short films, so I want the camera to be able to go as close as possible to them, right? And when you're ready, just press OK over here. Everything else stays the same. And this is what's exciting, because before, I mean, we were able to bring in 8.1, Genesis 8.1 characters, like Michael 8.1 and Victoria 8.1. And we couldn't bring the 9 characters, the Victoria 9, Michael 9, and Genesis 9. So now we're able to do that. And when you bring it in here, then you're able to dress it up and give it all these amazing clothing packs from the Revolution Marketplace. And so if you, the good thing is about this collection right here is already like prepared for use with Character Creator 4 models. So you don't even have to worry about like interpenetrations and all that now. If there are some interpenetrations, you can always just paint them out with the brush tool and smooth it out. But overall, it works really well. And I love this collection. So if you have like an idea and you want to like do like previews, or even do like a concept idea that you're gonna pitch, this collection is really awesome. It's actually affordable. Right now there's actually a sale going on. I see that. So I don't know if you're in the future, sometime in the future, and this sale is not going on, but at the recording of this video, there was like a cool sale going on, and so you could take advantage of it. But the whole purpose of me talking about is the power of Character Creator 4.3 being used to drive Genesis 9 models and be able to get some really cool characters out of it. And let's go back. So because I chose a higher texture resolution, it's going to take a little bit longer. So be prepared for that. And maybe I can pause the video at this point, and so that we can pick up once it's done baking the textures. So there we go. So once all the textures are baked, now you have Genesis current. You can press F1. And you press J, it goes into the face. Now you can see the texture of the character from DAZ Studio over here, right? There she is, inside of Character Creator 4. Now this is where all the fun begins. Now you can go to over here to the skin, you can go to the makeup part of it and add. So right now, if you don't like the eyebrows, for example, you can always just turn them off, right? And then go to the content, go to the makeup section over here and drop down. And this is a part of SkinGen, the SkinGen plugin. So if you go to plugins over here, you can see SkinGen Premium. There's so many cool things that you can add in here, like full makeup, there's eyelash, there's lip makeup, there's eyebrow. So for example, under eyebrow, just go ahead and pick one of these, like that are feminine. So you can see neutral F, that means a neutral female. You have male, there's base female over there, and then there's Dorothy Jean, right? So let me go ahead and try just the best. No, let's try this one, neutral female. Just double click on that. And so what came out, what looked like there was no eyelashes, I mean eyebrows, you're gonna see what's gonna happen there. So now we have eyebrows that are nice. So if you go to this tab over here, or the appearance tab, you can see the eyebrow tab has been added over here in the editor, skin editor, and you can customize this to your heart content, right? And so that is how you start adding all this beauty. And then if you go to the lip makeup, for example, and you drop down to go to makeup and SFX, so here all the different lips that you want. So if you want a really like red, just do that, double click on that, and it will add another layer to that, and then you can go ahead and customize it. So you just keep adding on. If it's eyelashes that you want, if these ones are not long enough for you, you go ahead and add eyelashes. And what I also like doing is the texture comes in a little muted. So you can actually go to, there are several tabs here. There's skin, there's outfit. So you can click on the skin tab, And even though it looks like the lipstick has gone away, no, it's under the makeup over here. So it's still there. They're just giving you the option to edit the skin by the base skin. So you just scroll down over here and go into the color balance and the brightness and also the contrast and metallic. So if, like, watch what happens to the skin over here. If it's too down, you can just increase this or turn it down a tiny bit, increase it contrast a tiny bit, and then under the roughness you can also adjust that. So just add a tiny, don't go overboard, and adjust the contrast a tiny bit, right? So that's how you start editing your character to start looking different and improving on the skin shader of the character. And if it's too much, just bring it down some so it has like a natural feel to it. And once you're gonna notice that it did this just for the head, but no worries, because the moment you select the body, guess what? It's gonna apply all those settings to the entire body just like that. Right, now I won't go down here because you know why. Okay, so when you're done, you just simply deactivate the editor over here and wait for it to bake all the textures. Now in the viewport, it's just gonna give you like a less like resolution, but when you're exporting them, you have the 4096 resolution texture. So now we want to add some hair, right? So you just gotta go to again to like over here to the template, and also you can browse over here on the left hand side. So scroll down, go to hair, and I usually go to the pack where all my purchases are, so you can see the different hairstyles in here. There's so many cool ones. And all of these are available on the Reallusion marketplace, but you can also import your own. Like if you made some from, for example, ZBrush or Blender, you can go ahead and apply that. So let's pick one of these, for example, like let's try this one. And this is a, well, could be a female, could be male, but no worries. Let's go back and see if there's something better. That one maybe curly ponytail. Let's try curly ponytail. That's for a guy, but let's just give it her there. Anyways. All right, so there she is. She has some hair. And so now you're starting to see, you start off as this, right? But you're starting to see a beautiful character coming into, like coming to life right there. So, and you can go crazy with this. You can add all manner of scars and you name it. Because once you go back to, let's get out of the pack and you go to the makeup part of it, there's so many other things that you can add. So for example, there's this one right here, the makeup, but underneath all that, you can also do things like under the skin jet tools, right? If you double click on that, there are so many other things that you can add, like tattoos and things like that. That's why we were able to show the character that I was able to use. But anyway, just wanted to show you this. So let's try the clothing pack as well. Let's go back here. Let's go to cloth in the pack, and we're gonna get rid of that drab outfit that she came in. We want to give her some nice looking outfit. Okay, so let's just go through here and pick an outfit. Like we could try this one. Double click on that, and it even has shoes. So there's the low resolution version, then there's a high resolution version. So if you want your character to look really good up close on the camera, just double click on that, and it's gonna fit the character, because these outfits are already designed for Character Creator 4 models. And our model, even though it came from Dia Studio, it now has the topology of a Character Creator 4.3 model. So let's go ahead and turn off the, where is it? So we have, let's first move the little player out of the way. So this is the outfit, long sleeves shirt. And let's see which one is it. Yeah, so there we go. And you can actually delete those now because you don't need them. But there we have a character wearing the clothing, high heels. And what's amazing is you can give it motion. So under the motion tab over here, we can go to female walk. And this female walk has facial animation in it as well. So when we play back the character, there she is looking suave. So this set off as a Genesis 9 model, but now is in Character Creator 4.3, and you can customize her. And so what's really neat is that, okay, so if you see that there are some things that need to be changed, for example, you may want to improve the eyes, right? Like natural eyes have like a tear line and all that. Guess what? We can go back over here, and we can add eye elements. Just click on that one time. So it's going to add a tear line and eye occlusion. So go ahead and create and just wait for it. Wait for it. And there we go. So now it may look subtle, but adds a lot. So see that? It makes the eyes look way more natural. And so when you play back now, the character has like that natural look to it, right? And she has like a subtle smile. She's looking left and right. She's like, I am happy to be here. Okay, so another cool thing that you can do is you can actually sculpt this character now. And so you can change the forehead size, the eye size. For example, you can increase her eye scale, right? Like that. And you can increase the brow height, like that. You can increase the ear scale if you want, so just go crazy. And there are also these other like full body morphs that you can actually adjust. Like if you wanted that to be a little bit cartoony, you can have her maybe like have a head like that. And what's amazing is even then the animation still works even with that edited character, right? So it's kind of as a Genesis character, but you can see what you can create even with this. Let's go back to that. So guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today, is that with this tool, with this transformer plugin inside of Character Creator 4.3 and the CC3 plus character CC3, and going forward, you'll be able to use these Genesis models in here, Genesis 9 models, and convert them to CC4 characters and make them look really, really nice. Thank you for joining me today, guys. If you're new to my channel, I kindly ask that you spare a minute to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I post a new video. And let me show you another outfit that I was able to put together. So go ahead and load this one, 9. You won't save that one. That one you're gonna create your own and have fun with it. But I just wanted to show you another outfit that I was able to get from this collection of this one over here, right? And be able to change the colors. So this is it. I'm gonna play it back so you can see the body of it's not just the face, right, of Genesis 9. The body of the character is also included. So I'm gonna press Control 6. Let's first pause over here. Control 6 to full screen in CC4, so you can see how well the geometry was preserved for this character. So that's what's amazing, guys, that Genesis 9 characters work perfectly with CC4.3 characters, and you're able to make amazing looking models. And these can also be sent to the Unreal Engine using the Live Link plugin for Unreal from iClone. And you can have like a whole street filled with people. Like maybe she's going out on a date, she's going to a party. It could be like a sci-fi movie, you name it. This is what's amazing, that what you can do with Genesis 9 characters inside of Character Creator 4.3. And what's amazing again is that they have facial animation. And let me show you something real quick. Let's go to Control 2 to go back over here. I'm gonna rewind and we switch over to the female. We need to do body rig, facial rig, full face. So you can see how well the facial rig is actually implemented. And so even though it starts off as a Genesis model, once it gets over here, now when we play back, let's zoom in and press play. You can see the eyes moving around. You can see how the rigging of the eyelids works, and then the smile, the face. So now you can animate your Genesis 9 models inside of Character Creator 4.3. And you can use your iPhone to drive her inside of iClone and send her over to the Unreal Engine after recording. So isn't that amazing? And once you can start off with just the base model in DAZ Studio, and then bring her in here into Character Creator 4.3, and then dress her up using a lot of this awesome collection, right? And that's what's cool. That yes, there's so many cool clothes over here on the Genesis or on the DAZ Studio Marketplace. But guess what? You can also use Character Creator 4.3 clothing on your Genesis 9 model once you bring her into CC4.3. Thank you guys. I hope that was helpful. And I can't wait to see what you guys create. Have fun and please stay blessed as always. I'm praying for you. Much love to each and every one of you. Dare to dream big, and bye for now.